One of my big things when it comes to manifestation or like self-care is practicing detachment. It's one of those things that has completely benefited me in like the best ways possible. However, I totally understand that it's not the easiest thing to do, and I think it's because a lot of people don't understand, or like maybe they just don't fully grasp the benefits of it, you know, the benefits of being able to not be attached to anything. It's one of those life hacks that once you get better at it, once you embrace a little bit more, really nothing can affect you. Literally nothing can affect you. I think knowing that doing this benefits you and protects you in the best ways possible is definitely one of the best ways for you to start your approach towards it. This is just my personal, you know, this is just my personal things that I've learned and I've like gathered that have definitely helped me. Something that I want to emphasize before I go any further. Detachment does not mean that you shouldn't involve yourself in something, right? Like it does not mean that you shouldn't invest yourself in it. That's not what it means. Detachment is essentially understanding that whatever situation, whatever circumstance you're going through, detachment is there to kind of help you understand and be okay with the fact, like, you know what, I want this, but I'm okay with not having it. If this happens, great. But if it doesn't happen, great. Like, it's gonna be okay. I'm fine with or without it. That's exactly what detachment is. Reminding yourself that, you know what, like everything is always working out in my favor. So if I get this, it's in my favor. And if I don't get this, it's still in my favor. You know, like I'm still winning either way. Detachment is leaving behind the version of yourself that would have probably seen something, really wanted it, and then therefore if they get it, they're so happy, but when they lose it, they feel like they just lost something within themselves. Nothing in this world, nothing in this life, not a single person in this world belongs to you. Nothing belongs to us. When I die, like, bitch, I'm not taking this with me, right? Like, I'm not taking my handy little perfume with me. No, I'm not taking a single person with me. It's just you, baby. Understand that to begin with, it makes no sense for you to attach yourself to things, to people, to circumstances. It's nice thinking about, oh my goodness, what if I have this job, right? It's really nice. And you can have it. Absolutely you can. And I'm not saying that like hey, like nothing's ever gonna work out, so like that's why, no. I'm just saying that like in the event that something is not meant for you, to simply not feel like there's nothing left for you if that one thing you didn't get. If you don't get something that you wanted, it's probably because there's something better out there. It's probably because you're about to get something better. I was applying to jobs earlier this year, and I was not getting the ones that I kind of wanted. The ones that I applied for first. Those were the ones that I wanted, and I didn't get those. It was okay. I was like, fuck, like bummed, but I was like, okay, well, I'm just keep looking. The jobs that I have now, amazing, way better than what I would have been doing in the first beginning jobs that I had applied for. Way better. And I definitely, and I feel more fulfilled. I feel more fulfilled doing those jobs, and I feel more purposeful doing those jobs than the ones that I was gonna originally go for. Something better is always out there for you. If you didn't get that one thing, it's probably because it's making room for better things. If that relationship didn't work, it's probably because it's making room for better things. Period. Have you ever thought of it that way? Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe everything is working out for you, and you know that the world is rigged in your favor? Have that mindset to begin with. Have that understanding that it's all meant to work out for you. If you're constantly in a mindset of like, oh my goodness, I don't have this and I really want this, and like just complaining about your life and how some things are gonna work out and like looking at the negative, that's all you're ever gonna get. I've talked about that before. That's all you're ever gonna get. I don't make those rules. I don't make those. It's the law. It's the law. So always think that everything's working out in your favor. And with that, not only are you never gonna get hurt if something doesn't happen, but you're gonna start attracting things into your life that prove to you that everything is always working out in your favor. If you didn't get that job, if that job didn't work out for you, if you're complaining instead of like taking a second and stepping back and being like, okay, is this all meant to work out for me? So I'm just gonna let it work out. If you step into that mindset, you're quite literally rewiring your brain to start thinking better, and you're just gonna automatically start attracting better things into your life. I promise you, bigger or small things, I promise you, just by repetition of having that mindset, you're gonna start seeing it. It regulates your emotions. It really does, you know, like it helps you stay positive. You know, manifestation works. If you're thinking it constantly, if you're constantly reminding yourself of it, you're gonna start attracting it. You're gonna start seeing it. You're gonna start experiencing it. So best advice for me, believe that it's working out in your favor, and whatever's meant for you will not pass you. Another thing that can kind of help you understand how to detach a little bit better is looking in and seeing why you're attaching yourself to this one thing. Understand the attachment to begin with, and then understand the reasons behind it. Understanding these things can help you let go a little bit better. A lot of the times it's mostly through like trauma. Like that's like very understandable. When it comes to relationships, you know, like we attach ourselves to our partner that we have, in mostly because feel a void of something that's maybe missing in your life, you know. And a lot of times, you know, partners bring that. They bring company, they bring love and stuff. But if you look within, if that's the reason why you're attaching yourself to a relationship or a person, for the sake of company, for the sake of love from somebody else, for the sake of security or something, let me tell you something to begin with. You're not gonna get much security from a relationship. Like that has to come from you. You're not gonna get much love from a relationship if you don't have it within you first. And in terms of company, I've made a whole video about this. Enjoy your own company, enjoy your own solitude, and understand that it happens, and understand that it's okay, but understand that it is not your fault. It is not your fault for being attached to these things, or not, or wanting to be attached to these things. It is not your fault. You know, it all derives from something, but it is your job to like embrace that, pay attention to it, and then let go, and just keep going as if everything's working out, because everything is working out no matter what. I'm telling you, everything's gonna work out. It's fine. Something that a lot of people don't talk about is impermanence. When it comes to detachment, not a lot of people talk about impermanence and how this can help you let go of transient things, transient events. What this essentially all is understanding that everything is always changing, things are constantly evolving. A lot of things are temporary, you know. So you can use this, you know, for when something doesn't work out necessarily or something. You can be like, okay, it was just another change, you know, it's just another change, and you get ready for it, you know, and you don't hold any higher expectation from it. You're just like, okay, it's just a change, and you keep going on. That's really all you have to do. You just have to keep going. What I said earlier about how like you don't own anything, you cannot attach yourself to anything because nothing is really yours. I would like to kind of retract that statement just a little bit and express it in a better way, so that like it like makes you feel more in control. Detaching yourself does not mean that you don't own anything. It means that nothing owns you. Think about it again. That kind of, to me, it's just like another way to like remind you how free of a soul you are. You know, you can do anything. You're not attached to any expectations. You're not attached to any standards. No, you make your own fucking rules. You know, you are your own god. Like, period. Do your thing. You know, like nothing is attached to you. You're not attached to anything. You're a free fucking soul, girl. Go do your thing. It's okay if something doesn't work out. Wasn't for fucking me. Because everything that's meant for you will always be for you. No one can take that away. And another thing that I always remind myself when I really kind of focus on something too much is this little quote: wanting nothing gives you everything. Definitely got that one from the Wizard List, okay? What that kind of brings me back into is reminding myself that I'm whole. I don't need anything. You know, you don't need anything. If you're always thinking that you need something, you're attaching yourself to the need of this one thing. No. Feel fulfilled with you now. Feel fulfilled with the things you have now. When you detach from everything, you attract everything. You know that one guy that's like always texting you, like you're not really that into him, and he just like constantly like up your ass and stuff like that, and then one day he just stops, and you kind of wanted him to get off your ass when he was like texting you so much because you were like, oh my goodness, like you're so annoying, and he kind of just stops, and you're like, hello? And it kind of seems like, oh shit, like I may want his attention back or something. Wait, this is exactly that. Nobody likes desperation, not even dreams. Because if you act like if it's not already yours, because if you act as if you need this one thing and this one thing is in like a high pedestal, or you just simply act like obsessive towards this one thing and you don't feel fulfilled with who you are right now, she's not gonna want to come back to you. She's not gonna want to come over. Everything and everybody likes to be desired, okay? That includes your goals. Do not be so attached with it. Do not be so obsessed with it. Let it come to you. Another thing about detachment, and it's kind of like the thing that really pulls people into like starting the process of detachment. In my video of your dreams are unrealistic, I said that you need to learn how to not give a fuck. Detachment is not giving a fuck, because when you detach from people's behaviors, people's opinions about you, you're saving yourself from a lot of fucking pain, okay? Because the moment you care about what other people think about you, the moment you care about people's opinions or their perceptions about you, if you put a lot of weight into that, if you put a lot of importance into it, then you're kind of letting other people dictate your life, you know? Then you're kind of letting all these other outside voices influence you into unhealthy behaviors. And you're causing yourself more suffering because you're letting it affect you. Detachment from that gives you so much inner peace. Like I've said before, as long as you're not hurting anyone and as long as you have good intentions, baby, the world is your fucking oyster. I don't think that's the right saying. You can do whatever the fuck you want. This is what I'm saying. Another great thing about detachment, it's having the power of quite literally getting out of a situation that is no longer working out for you. It is huge understanding that you are not in a place that you want to be, and this is not what you want to be going through, and you choose to remove yourself out of it. Essentially, detachment is just going for what it's meant for you and not choosing what's not choosing you. Again, this does not mean that you shouldn't immerse yourself into something. It just means that you should be okay with or without it. And one last reminder I give to myself whenever I'm like trying to not attach myself to a situation is that when you ask for, you know, something, universe, God, whatever you want to call her, when you ask her for something, you only have 3 answers. It's either yes, not now, or something better. You have all the power. You have all the power in your little iPhone. Anyways, hope you learned something. Hope it made sense. And also, I don't know if you can see, but I got a new little background. She's cute. I'm not gonna show her. She's cute though. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support that I've been getting. I get the sweetest messages and I love them all. I just wanted to say thank you. That got me thinking. If you want me to talk about anything specific, let me know. I'm all ears. I'm very open to suggestions. Anyways, I'll see you soon. Love you.